Have you ever wondered how the nation of England came into existence? It's a tale as old as time itself, beginning with the early Celtic tribes who first called this land home. These brave and hardy people were the original architects of England's landscape, creating a culture steeped in mysticism and nature. But the Celtic tranquility was disrupted by the arrival of the Romans in the 1st century AD. The Romans brought with them not just their legions, but their roads, their architecture, and their culture, forever changing the face of England. And yet, the Roman influence was not to be the last. In the 5th century, 3 Germanic tribes, the Angles, Saxons, and Jutes, crossed the North Sea and settled in England. Their language, their customs, and even their name, Angleland, Land of the Angles, would become an integral part of this burgeoning nation. With the fall of the Roman Empire, the stage was set for the next chapter in England's story. As Rome's grip loosened, who stepped in to shape the future of England? The answer lies in the tumultuous period known as the medieval era. As the Roman influence waned, the Viking invasions began, leading to the establishment of the Danelaw, an area of England under the control of the Danish Vikings. But the Vikings were not the only ones who left their mark on England. In 1066, the Norman conquest forever changed the face of the country. Led by William the Conqueror, the Normans reshaped English society, introducing feudalism and creating the Domesday Book, a record of the land and resources owned in England. This period was not just about battles and invasions, it was also a time of profound cultural and social change, with the rise of knights' castles and feudal societies. The medieval era, a time of knights and castles, left an indelible mark on the English landscape and culture. What happened when the power of the monarchy collided with the will of the people? This question is best answered by diving headfirst into the Tudor and Stuart periods. The Tudor period, a time of relative stability, was a stark contrast to the preceding Wars of the Roses. Henry VIII, known for his 6 marriages and the establishment of the Church of England, was a key figure during this era. Then came Elizabeth I, the Virgin Queen, who presided over a golden age of exploration and culture. But the calm didn't last. The Stuart period ushered in a time of turmoil. The English Civil War, a conflict between the monarchy and Parliament, resulted in the execution of Charles I. This was a shockwave around the world, a king put on trial by his own people. The Stuarts eventually regained the throne, only to be ousted in the Glorious Revolution. These tumultuous times set the scene for England's evolution into a constitutional monarchy. How did England transform from a rural society to a global industrial powerhouse? The Industrial Revolution, starting in the late 18th century, was a period of dramatic transformation. England shifted from primarily rural agrarian communities to bustling urban centers teeming with factories. The textile industry was at the forefront, with inventions like the spinning jenny and the power loom revolutionizing the production process. But this industrial metamorphosis didn't stop at factories. It reshaped society, introducing a new working class and altering living conditions significantly. Cities swelled, and housing struggled to keep up, leading to cramped and often unsanitary conditions. Despite these hardships, the era was also one of invention and progress, setting the stage for the modern world. The newfound industrial might propelled England into the Age of Empire. The British Empire, at its zenith, spanned across continents, leaving indelible marks on cultures, languages, and governance systems worldwide. The wealth and resources from the colonies further fueled England's industrial growth. However, the 20th century brought new challenges with it. The 2 world wars tested England's resilience and fortitude. The wars left deep scars, but also prompted significant social and political changes. Women's roles evolved, technological advancements accelerated, and the concept of total war brought civilians into the heart of conflict. From the smoky factories of the Industrial Revolution to the challenges of 2 world wars, England's story is one of resilience and innovation. So, what have we learned about England's rich and varied history? We've journeyed from its birth, through the chivalry and turmoil of the medieval era, and into the opulence and intrigue of the Tudor and Stuart periods. We've witnessed the transformative power of the Industrial Revolution and endured the heartache and heroism of the world wars. Each era has left an indelible mark, shaping England into the fascinating country it is today. Through centuries of change and challenge, the nation of England has emerged with a unique and enduring identity.